If I go to another, we'll say attorney B, and I go on there and there's a series of blogs, here are the 4 things you can do once your spouse asks for a divorce. Me choosing to read that and be educated about what my position is a very low ask, and it benefits me.
Get ready to level up your law firm's marketing. We hope you get a lot of value out of today's episode.
And if you do, we only ask you for one thing: share with a friend. All right, let's get into it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Law Firm Marketing Minute. As always, I am Smike, and this is
Eddie.
Yeah, can't get rid of him. He's back for more.
I've heard that before.
And today we wanted to talk about content and how content is fundamental to your law firm's marketing, your law firm's direct marketing. So Eddie, real quick.
Oh, I'm so fiery about this one. I'm beyond passionate about this one.
So real quick, for the viewers out there, break down direct marketing, because that might be a term that some of them might not have heard before.
I mean, I might reference Mad Men a couple times here, but so
Great show.
Oh, absolutely. In terms of the advertising marketing world, I mean, there's 2 different categories. One it calls we'll say on the left side, direct response and direct marketing, and on the other side you have branding. I mean, so for direct response, imagine it to be you walk out to your mailbox, you open up an envelope, and it's a letter saying, "This is my insurance plan, and this is a credit card. Call this number, and we'll get you this credit card. We'll get you this insurance plan." That might be direct marketing, direct response. Now, on the other side, and we talk about branding, is the Volkswagen commercial you see at the Super Bowl. I mean, very few people, at least none that I know of, are watching that commercial and they're saying, "I need a Volkswagen right now." It's gonna enhance the lore. It's gonna enhance the brand, the image of the Volkswagen. It might even get people talking about the Volkswagen, keep them top of mind, gives them clout because they're on the Super Bowl. So these are 2 very different things. I mean, the direct response people are going to say, we make money, we convert, and the other people are saying we're creative, we're creating top of mind awareness and brand image.
So it's the difference between like the type of marketing that goes into when I say to you, think of the first athletic brand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
what comes to mind? Nike, right? So basically, Nike.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, Nike took the second initiative you're talking about there with the whole branding aspect, and that type of like was basically to be top of mind whenever someone says athletic brand. Think the swoosh, right? And you might not even buy Nike.
Nope.
It's just that it because they just put their foot on the gas.
But when you do need shoes, you need athletic apparel. I mean, Nike's going to be in the conversation. You might go to Lululemon, but I mean, Nike's in your head.
Yeah, exactly. And all that content just helps keep you top of mind.
Yeah.
So now let's flip it. Let's talk about today's topic, the direct marketing side of it.
Yep.
What's an example using Nike for direct marketing?
Example of direct marketing for Nike would be a catalog, or they use something you see. Once you get the product in front of you, it's trying to sell that specific product. So if there's a Nike shoe, a pair of shorts, why am I selling this? Here's the put this in your cart now button. I'm trying to convert you from looking at this to putting it in your cart and buying it and making a sale.
Yeah. So when it comes to content, and we talk about content all the time in terms of top of mind, aka when you think of athletic brand, you think Nike, right?
Yeah.
For direct marketing, why is content fundamental for direct marketing for law firms?
So one of the things our CEO Mark Sniglia talked about, we have what we call a 3x3. At least I've called it a 3x3.
Yeah, I call it a 3x3.
Yeah, 3x3. He does talk about that content makes all forms of marketing better. And I'll say it again: your content can make all your forms of marketing better. So as Spotlight Branding and a content agency, a lot of branding, we go on the branding side. However, in the light of what I just said, how does content fit in a direct response, direct marketing world? And the fact is that direct marketing, direct response, no matter what, at the end of that, there's going to be some type of offer. What is the offer? I mean, for a lot of law firms, it's book a consultation. Now, let's imagine a law firm that doesn't have any sort of content at all. What do they have to offer their client? Book a consultation. Now, if you sell or if you have paid consultations, and if you want to do that, we encourage you to do that. However, understand that booking a consultation is a very high ask. We call that a high threshold offer. What does that look like? You're looking at someone who has got to rearrange their schedule. They're going to have to pay money. They're going to have to meet with an attorney either on the phone, in person, or virtually. And they have that pressure, and they might not even work with the attorney. There's a lot of risk there. On the other hand, on the low offer, on the low threshold offer, it's just asking someone to raise their hand and say, I'm interested. Slightly above that, if you have content, you're getting that person, you could offer the person to engage with content. You're getting them in the door. You're getting them in the conversation. It is a very low threshold offer. So I have a lot of attorneys that they write social media posts, and they'll read the social media post and they'll say, I don't see how this social media post is going to get someone to book a consultation, especially if a paid one that's a really tall ask from a 2 sentences.
Yeah.
But what you are doing, if you have a blog, you have a video, you have a newsletter, it is a much more reasonable request to get someone interested, to get someone in the door, and ultimately get them to the point where you can have a consultation.
You know, we're talking a lot about marketing here, especially law firm marketing. Obviously, it's the name of the podcast. But we have a great free resource that you can use in your firm today to get your firm kickstarted into its marketing, to get it going along, to help the other marketing work better, and it's called the Marketing Playbook. It's one of our best free resources that we have. Check out the post description, the link there, and grab your copy today. Okay, so in terms of content, right? You just said that it plays a big part of like warming the water, basically. Like
it starts.
It's what basically sets off the avalanche.
Yeah.
So for say a family law, let's go with family law this time.
Cool.
What is that content like?
Yeah.
You're talking about content on social media. Okay, like you just dance to songs. Like, what does that content look like?
Yeah, we're always going to.
Have you ever done that? The dancing trends?
I can't admit that in public anymore. I think I'm under a gag order. But
Wow.
No, but I mean, if you ever see me dance, you'd tell me to stop. I'm thinking of Elaine from Seinfeld now. But we're looking at content that is invaluable and engaging and educational. So now let's say I am getting a divorce. I'm not saying I'm single, but I'm saying if I was getting a divorce and I'm looking at different attorneys, okay? And I'm saying, I go to one person, they have nothing. It's just book consultation. This is who I am. This is where I went to school. Click. What brings me from needing an attorney to going to the click, to going to the consultation and booking and making that high risk offer? However, if I go to another, we'll say attorney B, and I go on there and there's a series of blogs, here are the 4 things you can do once your spouse asks for a divorce. Me choosing to read that and be educated about what my position is a very low ask, and it benefits me. It's permissive marketing. It's not interrupting my life. I'm engaging with it willingly because I want to learn. So I'm going on there, I'm reading, I'm discovering, here are the 4 things I need to do right now after my spouse asks for a divorce. And one of the things on there may or well not be contact an attorney, hypothetically. So I would say at the end of that, now we've gotten one step closer to bridging the gap between someone who's looking for an attorney and someone who's actually going to say, okay, I'm going to choose you as an attorney. And your content also tells you who you are.
Yeah.
So I can read about this person. I can understand what their personality, what their values are. Maybe I found out they're based in Paris and I'm based in Boston. I'm like, this might not be the attorney for me. So it understands who you are and what you are, and understand who I want to work with. It starts to build the rapport. And by the way, this is all happening passively. And once it's out there, you're allowing them to interact and learn about you. So yeah, the content will start to will put you down the pathway to beginning to work to that person and building that trust and building the credibility and showing you're an expert in your field.
So we talk about thresholds,
low
and high thresholds for law firms. What do referrals do to thresholds? I imagine that they just kind of like blow them out of the water.
Yeah, I mean,
like they're basically like dynamite.
Because the referrals we're talking, because I think a lot of people when they talk about the low threshold, high threshold offer, they get very worried. They're going to say, okay, how am I converting? So I'm saying you're taking the fresh person who does not know you, doesn't know who you are, and you're offering just a blog. All right, now we're talking about a long journey. We're talking about reading blogs. We're talking about engaging with newsletters. We're talking about looking things. I mean, et cetera. It gets there. It's a longer process to be able to close to the consultation to get to the end. However, once you close and get to that person, now you have one of your best salespeople in the world. I mean, I ask family law attorneys this all the time. I said, how many people have you helped? And none of them can remember the number because it's in the thousands.
Yeah.
And I said, how many people have you helped? How many people have thanked you? How many people have said, you were the guiding light in my life during a really difficult time? And these are people who trust and will listen to you and are willing to refer you. Now, when you get that referral, that person may skip all of the lower content. They're more willing to book the consultation because you've exceeded their expectations. A referral is going to put you right on the high end. Now, again, I've told you my brother's an attorney. If he tells me contact this attorney, I don't need a low threshold offer. I'm willing to go high because the trust is already there.
Yeah.
If the trust isn't there, the content will build it.
Yeah.
But I mean, a referral will establish that trust instantly.
Yeah. So referrals are key.
So key.
So key. So key. Content, it does wonders because not only can it, keep you top of mind to help you get more referrals, right, which blow away those thresholds.
Yeah.
But it just works as the little snowflake that starts rolling down the hill and starts gaining traction. People start trusting you more. You become more credible.
Yep.
People see that you know what you're talking about, or that you can even help them.
Yeah.
You know how many times people lawyers get told that, oh, I didn't know you did that. Right?
Yeah.
Like, content
Frequently.
shows hey,
Yep.
we do that, right?
Yep.
So it's establishing that trust, establishing that credibility, putting it in their terms so they can actually, kind of understand it. But content seems to do absolute wonders for marketing just in general.
Yeah, they're talking to people like us. We don't need legal jargon.
Yeah. I don't even know what jargon
No,
means.
no, I can't spell jargon. No, but I mean, you're talking. It's a wide base. I mean, it's a conversation, and it's not a legal paper.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Law Firm Marketing Minute. Appreciate you guys listening. We'll see you guys next week. As always, I'm Smike.
And I'm Eddie.
All right, we'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.